By the way, if you took Tosi's advice last time out, I hope you can find a nice place under the bridge to cuddle a homeless person will attend to you shortly.
Nigeria's starts to the Afcon 2023 wasn't the best of the best as we ended up drawing 1-1 with Equatorial Guinea in our opening game. Many people already speculating that this could spell doom for the Super Eagles. We get to discuss that on the show today and the possibility of that result on our subsequent games, especially the next fixture against hosts Côte d'Ivoire. My name is Jidechi Chidiezie. This is Crossfire, brought to you by Bet Bonanza. All right, let's go right into it. Today, first game, you saw how Nigeria played. And it's, well, to some people, it's not looking good. To others, perhaps it's just one game. What's your opinion of that?
My opinion on this is very clear. And I said it last time around, that we're not going to beat Equatorial Guinea. And I said, in fact, that we might qualify as the third best team in this group. And I still maintain that that's a possibility, even though second is a more realistic finish. But third place might be our route. But if we make it out of this group stage, which is difficult, I think we are going to fly. That's the thing. I expected that we would draw against Equatorial Guinea. I said it here. When Tosin, by the way, if you took Tosi's advice last time out, I hope you can find a nice place under the bridge to cuddle a homeless person will attend to you shortly. but back to the game. There were positives. We actually played much better than I expected. I said that Equatorial Guinea would be compact and hit us on the break. They were not compact at all. They were wide open. We created 6 big chances and missed 5, scored 1, which was the goal that Osimhen scored in the first half. So those are signs for optimism. We played more better than I expected, but again, this is still a difficult group. We're not beating Ivory Coast either. Most likely going to get a draw in that game, and then beat Guinea-Bissau in the last total 5 points. I think that's the best we can do. But hey, history suggests that even 2013 that we won, that we always look back, and every time anybody wants to say, it's a 2013, we can see whatever. We had 5 points. We drew our first 2 games. We drew Burkina Faso. We drew Zambia. It was in the last game against Ethiopia that we beat them like a third world country because our hopes depended on it. So that's what is happening here. It has never been easy. You will like calculator. I don't know why people are acting brand new. You're acting like Nigeria has always been good. Like we have always, let us win all the 3 group stage games. When do you start all these ones? Beg.
Okay, let me come to Tosin. Tosin, Tune thinks this is not doom for the Super Eagles. The fact that we draw points in the first game, he think we can still do better than that. What's your opinion of the Super Eagles start the Afcon, and how do you see that panning out for the rest of the tournament?
The way I look at the Super Eagles, I look at the Super Eagles as a team that has cancer. That's the way I look at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And that cancer started when they employed Jose Peseiro to this team. The honest, I'm just going to.
We're fine on that.
I'm just no. Look at it. Let's look at it factually now. Jose Peseiro, he has played 17 games as Super Eagles head coach. One game can you point out and say, you know what, this game, they actually did well in this game because it's a symptom. I actually thought they would turn the page because there have been excuses upon excuses. Oh, Osimhen was not around for the World Cup qualifiers. Starting from his first game against Ecuador, loss. Mexico, loss. What's the next game? Algeria lost. Portugal lost. We've lost against the Guinea-Bissau that this one is shouting, we'll beat Guinea-Bissau. We've lost against Guinea-Bissau. What's giving you that confidence that we'll beat Guinea-Bissau? I'm telling you, everybody on that team, in fact, I'm so disappointed in that performance. Yes, I said they will win. I was wrong. But I made 2 predictions. I said pick Victor Osimhen to score on Bet Bonanza, and he did. So when you come to me, and that's one of the very few times I'm going to be wrong. If I give you 2 predictions, at least one is correct. You understand? That's factual. That's the thing about me. So let's even look at it objectively. You look at the only person that can walk out of that pitch with his head held high is Alassane Yusuf. Frank Onyeka was doing cardio on that pitch. Apart, you see, Alex Iwobi, we need to launch an investigation to actually know if he's actually related to JJ Okocha. At this point in time, I'm ready to crowdfund to make sure that does he have any. Let's look at the defense. What was Zaidu Sanusi doing on the pitch? Look at the attack. Joseph Peseiro, I've always told you that this guy does not know what the hell he's doing. But people have always made the excuse, and I've tried to be optimistic about Nigeria. But I'm not going to be optimistic. This guy does not have a clue of what he's doing. Look at Ademola Lookman, a potent forward for Atlanta in Italy. Shunted him to the wing. Somebody that should be doing one-on-one twos with Osimhen in attack. So as far as me I'm concerned, you can't beat this Ivory Coast. You can't, and for Guinea has already beaten us. So I don't have any positive thing to say about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of for letting the country down, letting football fans down. Even look at Equatorial Guinea doing TikTok, clowning Nigeria. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Tunde, do you have anything positive about the Super Eagles? I mean, we're talking about the hosts of the tournament right now. Do you see any positivity coming out of this one? The fact that we are facing the hosts?
Yeah, I'm very positive about the Super Eagles' chances of qualifying for this group, and I do believe that we are going to get a positive result against Ivory Coast. Even though the positive results can be a draw, that's still a positive. If you avoid defeat against the host, for me that's a positive. I know Tosin is an eternal pessimist that is going to come here and
eternal pessimist
and tell you that
said they will win against Equatorial Guinea.
And your fate has changed because of just one game. No, unlike me, I saw this part, like I said earlier. Draw Equatorial Guinea, draw Ivory Coast, beat Guinea-Bissau like thief. That's the path, and we are still on course. Like, this is what I think is going to happen. Even though Ivory Coast they are not small fry. They have Seko Fofana in midfield. They have Frank Kessie in midfield. They have Ibrahim Sangare in midfield, which I think is a European level midfield in terms of like their level of technical ability. And they also have the typical black man strength and pace and power. So they are going to swallow up our midfield. So if you can get a draw from that, I'll take that as a win in my books. But because the typical Nigerian is arrogant, you want to win every game. Everybody talks about 2013, we won the Afcon as the good old days. Meanwhile, we drew the first game against Burkina Faso. I know the outrage that followed it. We drew the second game against Zambia. I know the outrage that followed it. Everybody was, why are we drawing Zambia? Why are we drawing Burkina Faso? Before we beat Ethiopia in the third game to advance to the next round. So we've never really been a team that tops Afcon groups. This is not something that we do. That's just before the last edition in 2021. The last Afcon group we top was in 2006. Before 2021 as well, the last opening game we won at the Afcon was also in 2006. So we don't top Afcon groups. We don't necessarily win opening games. I've only won 12 opening games in history. This is Afcon 34th edition. So, but also one thing we don't do group stage exits. This is the Super Eagles of Nigeria I'm talking about. This is not one backwater team. We have not crashed out of a group stage since 1980.
There's a first time for everything.
We have not crashed out of a group stage since 1980.
Let's hope there's no first.
The last time we crashed out of a group stage, Ghana was still good at football. That's how far away. 1980, 1982, and 1963. 1963 was our first edition. 1982 was the year after we had won in 1980. So that's the only two group stage exits ever. Do you know what will have to happen for Nigeria to not come out of this group? That means Nigeria first will have to finish bottom of a 4-team group, or have a worse record than 4 other third places.
When you chop 6-0 against Cote d'Ivoire,
that's literally not possible.
When you chop your 6-0,
it is literally not possible.
It is always possible with Zaidu Sanusi in defense. What are you telling me? It is possible with Frank Oyeka doing cardio. Baba stay there, don't worry.
Okay, Tosin, let's come to you.
Tunde says hope for the best. You've already tarnished the playing abilities of most of the players we watched. Well, not the playing abilities, but their performances against Equatorial Guinea. Is there a particular player or perhaps players that we didn't get to see against Equatorial Guinea that we can hope on for the next game against Cote d'Ivoire?
Baba, hope for the worst. All Nigerians should hope for the worst. In the game against Ivory Coast, Nigerian football fans should hope for the worst. That's just the simple truth. Because this team, I don't want to. I feel like by the end of the game against Ivory Coast, Nigeria's Afcon hopes will already be destroyed. That's just my own personal thing, because there's no way they will not concede 2 or 3 against Ivory Coast. And at the end of the day, even if they beat Guinea, the Guinea-Bissau that even if they beat Guinea-Bissau, it may not still be enough in terms of the goal difference that is needed to qualify as the third best leader. So the game against, look at that midfield now. You already highlighted the Sangare, Fofana, and Kessie. Bro, you could hire those 3 guys as bouncers. Literally, you could hire 6 foot plus, strong, muscular. You understand? In that midfield, against a Frank Oyeka that is doing cardio, against an Iwobi that is giving the ball to the opponent to score an equalizer. This team, I said it from the beginning. But obviously the patriotic Nigerian in me, I was just trying to, you understand, just have optimism for Nigeria. But this team is not good. This team has clearly not been good. This is a team that could not beat Lesotho. This is a team that could not beat Zimbabwe. You understand? And people are now expecting them to go and shock the world at the Afcon. This is a mediocre team. This is a mid team, and they put it on display. So for me personally, hope for the worst. Hope for the worst. The worst is 6-0, but hope for the worst. Hope for the worst.
Let's hope that 6-0 is not the worst. Tunde with the positivity and Tosin with the negativity. But I want to know what you think. Drop them down below in the comment section. How do you see our outing at the Afcon going, particularly with the game against Cote d'Ivoire coming up this Thursday? This has been Crossfire, brought to you by Bet Bonanza. High odds, fast payouts.